Thanks for staying here with us. The Ghana Grid Company has assured the general public that electricity supply will be restored to the entire country anytime soon. The assurance follows a total blackout nationwide, which started late last night. But speaking to Joy News this morning, Chief Executive Officer of Gridco, Mr. William Amuna, says while the company is yet to establish the real cause of the outage, their coordination so far is indicative power should be restored to the public anytime soon. So we've been speaking to him, and he's been telling us that the status of this power restoration exercise is almost 100%. A lot of people across the country have their power restored. Meanwhile, we'll be speaking to him for some updates later. Let's do some other stories now. Some concerned citizens in the Talensi district of the Upper East region say they have had enough of deaths resulting from mine accidents in the area and want the Chinese Mine Support Service Company, which they accuse of causing the deaths, expelled from the area. At a news conference at Shiaga Tuesday, they called on government to seriously scrutinize documents of Sianxii Mining that is using to back its operation because they're unsure of its credibility. Upper East correspondent Albert Sorry was there in our reports.
3 weeks ago, 7 men said to be illegal miners died in a mine accident linked to an underground blast by the Chinese Mine Support Service firm. In separate interviews with Joy News, local miners blamed the Sianxii Mining company for the accident, but the company denied responsibility. It wasn't the first time such a fatal accident had occurred, and the company has been accused on several occasions. The residents say they have had enough and want the company out. Charles Boazo addressed a press conference on behalf of the concerned Talensi citizens.
The state authorities, they don't want the Ghanaian authorities to know the actual truth of what they are doing over there. Else, the state authorities would have gotten them out of this place a long time. It is the reason why we are here. In fact, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources has written them a letter suspending their operation because of the recent death they have caused. As we talk right now, we have a corpse to bury. They can't deny it. They are always denying. Anytime we cry, anytime we have dead bodies to bury, which we know they are behind it, they will deny.
Last week, Joy News was presented with copies of documents indicating that 2 Ghanaian concessionaires, Yednyaya and Pubotaba mining groups, acquired licenses to operate as small-scale miners at Gbane. Each concessionaire was given 25 acres of land within which to operate. Owner of the Yednyaya mining group, Charles Ndambun, told Joy News he, together with his other counterpart at Pubotaba Mining Group, brought in the Chinese Mine Support Service firm to provide technical support services to them. The Talensi citizens are, however, challenging the credibility of the company's documents.
We had them 2009, that they signed agreement with us to give a technical support service. And I think from 2009 up to date, they have been given a technical support service. And our operation here is mainly for underground. We don't destroy surface because if you see a machine that is moving along this area, that means that we want to clear a place, either construction, or we want to clear it for maybe piling our ore. We don't destroy the land because our operation is underground.
The Sianxii Mining Company tells Joy News it will soon respond to the claims made by the Talensi citizens at the press conference. But there are growing fears that if government does not intervene, the standoff could result in a clash. Reporting for Joy News, Albert Sorry, Bolgatanga.
Now let's talk about a project that is being commissioned here by the Multimedia Group in collaboration with the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana. That is the project Save the Child, Save the Mother. Now, staff at the Mother and Baby Unit of the Konfenochi Teaching Hospital are excited about today's scheduled launch of a fundraising for the mother and baby unit of the Komfo Teaching Hospital. The initiative is spearheaded by the Multimedia Group in partnership with First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo. It is aimed at mobilizing resources to build another unit for the MBU to help deal with the congestion at the maternity block there. It follows a Joy News special assignment documentary, Next to Die, which revealed 4 babies died daily at the facility due to limited space. Nana Yaujima reports.
The Next to Die report compelled President Akufo-Addo and other government officials to visit the facility and promise to complete the project. Private, corporate institutions and individuals have shown interest in supporting the cause, some of them having made various donations for temporary relief. Multimedia Group and its partners are set to launch the fundraising on Thursday for completion of the maternity block project. Excited staff of the hospital are appealing to the public to contribute to ending what they describe as horror at the facility.
So I'm very happy to hear this idea, and I hope it will materialize.
It will help with the nurses to get space so that we can work for the babies, and also the mothers too, to also have their privacy. When they need something, they will get their own rooms so that everything will be okay for all of us.
It will reduce infection, cross-infection. For instance, when 2 babies are in a cot and this person have an infectious disease, it can infect the other one too. Yes.
I'm part of the first group of nurses who were moved to from the nurseries to this mother and baby unit in 1997. And the place has been congested ever since we moved together here. And it will be a great relief to us, me especially being the deputy director for this unit, and also a pioneer of nurses who were first brought to this unit. As I've already said, we are glad that this project is going on. So we are soliciting funds or asking all corporate bodies, individuals, NGOs to come to our aid.
Meanwhile, a medical officer who started the campaign on social media says it will not be over until it is over. Dr. Richard Salome is excited at the involvement of the First Lady in the fundraising exercise.
And I would appeal to anybody in the country, any private citizen, corporates especially. Your staff will come to these places. Your staff, if they come and lose their life, you lose manpower. So all the corporates, especially in the Ashanti region and beyond, for now, for the fundraising, the hashtag is Save Them Now. Hashtag Save Them Now. Let's spread this hashtag, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the social media that we know. Let's use that. And for the building, it's still on. Hashtag Finish This Now. But for the moment, it's Save Them Now.
The fundraising program will start today at 5 p.m. and it will be airing live on the Joy News channel and on your superstation Joy 99.7 FM. And as they mentioned in that clip, the hashtag is Save Them Now. After the launch, the account that you could contribute to will be advertised, as well as a mobile money account. Away from that, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly has embarked on a decongestion exercise in Accra to rid the city of hawkers on the pavement and clear unauthorized structures from waterways. This morning, scores of structures and hawkers had their properties demolished and seized to sanitize the area around the newly constructed Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Joy News' Maxwell Agbagba was at the scene and reports.
It's an operation to rid the city of congestion, and the AMA task force are leaving no stone unturned in carrying out this exercise. Here at the Circle Interchange area, they are destroying all makeshift structures on the pedestrian walkway. This fire in the background that you can see was started by the task force, and what is happening is that they are dumping all the makeshift structures into this fire. It doesn't sound
Well, I think somewhere in March we issued a statement informing all people selling on the pavements and then along the roads and our footbridges that they should relocate, because these spaces are not meant for their activities. About a fortnight later, we issued a reminder. Since then, our information van has been coming around. In fact, individually, we have also been coming around to inform them that definitely we will come. So they should remove or they should relocate from these areas. But it seems they were recalcitrant, as we all know. So this morning, we have started. And this exercise that we are undertaking is not just for Circle area. We're looking at all the areas that are being encroached upon by traders, somewhere like Kaneshi, the CBD. We're looking at Abeka La Paz. In fact, everywhere within the metropolis that we have this kind of nuisance, we're going to remove them.
So are you just looking at congestion on the pedestrian walkway, or you are looking at other parts of the market as well?
Well, the markets are meant for trading activities, and therefore for the markets, we are not saying we're going to move people out of the market. We want them rather to go into the markets. That's what we want them to do.
There are some who are accusing you of not doing this exercise with a human face. In fact, you witnessed it yourself, some of the sellers raining insults and curses on us. Are you doing this with a human face? Did you give them enough notice?
If you recall, since March, we have issued statement after statement, giving you reminders, coming here individually to speak with you. What again? Which human face again do you want us to use? And you see, if you ask some of the reporters that were here, at other places, they themselves were removing their things because they knew that since we have informed them, definitely we will remove them. You understand? So they themselves were, it is only just this place that they are trying to be stubborn, but then that will not deter us from doing what we're supposed to do.
Okay, so thank you very much, Numo Blafo, for speaking to us. Okay, so you just had Numo Blafo. He's the public relations officer of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Now, I want my cameraman to show you what is happening. I mean, if you see scores of people gathered along the side of the road, they are not really doing anything. A lot of them are protesting what is happening here. From the AMA task force are destroying these makeshift structures, and they put them onto the track and then they carry them to a different location. They say that previous years, what happens is that usually when they destroy the structures, these sellers come back, fix them, and then do business with them. So
I don't feel good, because some of us, they give the land for us, so we should sit the back of the land. But some of us, they closed the line. I think because of that, they clear all of us from the road. So it's not good for us. But now, we don't have any job in Ghana here now. Even the government promised us more job will come, but somebody like me don't have any job. Only just I stand here to sell my things and get something for my family. But now, everything lost. They not give any chance to take even your goods or your table from the road. But it's very bad for us. It's very bad.
So what did you lose?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything. But now, we are all hungry. We are all frustrated here. You see people are running here. Even out of the payment, they cross the payment and they clear everything out. It's bad for us. Even you are telling us for payment, but here is not a payment. You cross the payment and you enter some station and clear everything from the station. What do you want to tell us? Even president should be careful. 4 years is an economy. 4 years. It's in the corner. The same thing happened to Okova. The same thing will happen to Akufo-Addo. You should be careful. You should be careful. If you think about the people in the nation, don't do that. Don't do that. Some of us also obey instruction, not be obeyed the instruction, because they cross the road. They stand the line for us, so that we should sit under the line. But they cross and come back to the road. I think that is the problem we face now.
The case that the AMA task force are gradually reaching that target of ridding the city of congestion, especially here on the pedestrian walkway at the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. In fact, when you stand here, you can actually walk freely without any human traffic here on this stretch. Maxwell.
I'm Cabinet Scott.
Nice to meet you.
I'm happy to meet you.
Essentially, what he's saying is that they've been banned, they've been told not to do Galamsey, to engage in illegal mining in Galamsey. Now they move from the villages to Dakar to come and do business here, and now the Accra Metropolitan Assembly is not allowing them to go ahead and do their business. For people who are not, really educated like him, as he says, what does the government want, them to do? And he says, yeah, what do you need to say?
Yanyama be nyama yɛde to ade sɛ table sɛ yɛde to ade nyina obi a wɔ table bia ɔma bubu no ɛsɛ ade a wɔbɛtɔn kwase ma kwase ntɔkɔ nyima de yɛtɔn wɔ so ana ɛka yɛ yɛhwɛ ne sɛ mpanifo no bɛtena ase na ɔma yɛ kwase be yɛnkɔ yɛ chi kakra nyɛ to ade ɛno anyɛ yɛde survive yɛ ni bia yɛde akɔhwɛ yɛ mma ne abusua ɛno anyɛ tɔn yɛde bia ma kwasefo so ɔmo so fani di yɛ ma me mu ne abusuafo.
Essentially what he's saying that he expected Accra Metropolitan Assembly to give them some grace period so they'll be able to move, but it looks the case that they've not really done that, and as it stands right now, they don't have anywhere.
Ya pasu nwe ntino e na kwato aba ya pasu nwe e na kwato aba enti do bi akwa bakro no dia ya si akwa bakro no ya bakro no matie ya ya ba be twa no
essentially what this gentleman is saying, he's overwhelmed with emotions right now. I'm trying to get his attention, but it looks like he's saying that if they're going to have to destroy their business structures, where they sell and all of that, what do they want them to do? Do they want them to resort to illegal ways of getting money like armed robbery? He says they voted for government and they didn't expect this to happen to them.
You better near the some mammy wait papa wait and I may bomb a blow and cry. He said, I find I'm a quarter million Juma. Senior, I find I'm a quarter million Juma. Oto idea, over 2 years, senior, over 2 years. You're quite here, Omujobia 535 city. Senior, you're 2 over 2 years. You're quite Omujobia 535 city. Omujia, senior, over 2 years. You're quite here, Omujia 535 city. Adam, over 18 years. I am quite Massa Jessica. As I count,
One saying is that usually they use umbrellas here in doing their business. It says the AM officials came and then confiscated the umbrellas.
My colleague Maxwell Ogbagba coming to us from Circle, and you could see in that video that not even the AMA news stand was spared in that demolition exercise. Now let's go back to the story about the Ghana Grid Company assuring the general public that electricity supply will be restored to the entire country anytime soon. That assurance came as a result of a total blackout which started late last night, and I must mention that it was a nationwide blackout. Let's now get onto the line and speak to the PRO of the Electricity Company of Ghana, Mr. William Boateng. Good morning and thank you for your time.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
All right, so we heard from the Gridco boss earlier today that the power would be restored to all places that didn't have power. Can you tell us the status of that restoration exercise?
So far, we have power virtually everywhere. Western is fully loaded, Central is power fully loaded, Eastern, yes. We are fully loaded. Where we have the slight challenge is so far Volta and the small part of Accra. So about 85 to 90 we are on course.
Okay. And so exactly what caused this power outage, sir?
Well, I thought you said
we spoke to him, and I must just put it on record that at the time we spoke to him, he mentioned that they were yet to establish the cause.
Oh, all right. I'm unable also to speak to that particular issue. What I know is that there's a decision of supply to an end that created the system failure. That's all. I don't have details of what happened at the good end. But I know we did not get the power. You know, we are at the tail end of the supply chain, and anything that happens upstream affects downstream. And so when the supply seats come in, then the system went down. But I'm sure they will come out very soon.
All right. Okay, Mr. William Boateng. Now, this incident occurred last night, but prior to that, we'd received some complaints of people talking about the inconsistency in power supply. Apart from this incident that occurred yesterday, is there something else that is affecting power supply to some parts of the country?
Yes. We also have our own challenge, I must confess. You know, when the rain sets in like that, and we have those storms that affect the network. So yes, we have some challenges in the system. We are working assiduously. Our engineers are on the ground. We are patrolling the line. We have to trim trees. And also look at the rope feeders, the ones that are the feeders that are just telling. We have to patrol all the lines. So we are working on this. Historically, when the rain sets, we go through these challenges, but I'm certain that will normalize it. We are on the ground.
All right, Mr. Boateng, I appreciate the fact that you mentioned the weather affects your power supply sometimes, but in some areas, we've had reports of slight showers resulting in power outages, whereas in other areas, some heavy raindrops do not even interfere with the power supply. What's causing the difference in some of the areas? Do we run different systems?
I agree with you. We have to look at the robustness of the feeders. Some feeders are stronger than others. I must admit. You know, it depends also on the planning. You know, we have a lot of planning deficits within some of the regional capitals. In some areas, the planning has an effect on the reliability of our supply. Those are the areas we are on now. I told you about the further just on the ground. We've even gone further to ask for some contractors to assist us to patrol that weak feeder. So it's true, some areas goes off more frequently than others, or the system is more stable at some places than others. We also know that we are doing some injection. What it means that we are adding some transformers in certain areas, communities where the transformer can carry the entire load of that area. We're also working on that. So in some areas, you realize that they have been going off frequently because the transformer can't hold the entire load. But we are adding additional load. So we are injecting that system, and very soon it will normalize. We have few areas like that at Delta, part of Lincoln areas. We are looking at those areas. Also at the car and so
Mr. Boateng, some weeks ago, the ECG, together with Gridco, came out to tell us that we had enough power and we were even exporting to Togo. Is that still the case?
Yes, I think that's still the case. That's still the case. We have enough generation. I can assure you we have that. These are one-off incidents from Gridco sense. You know, we normally don't go off like this. It has nothing to do with load shedding.
Okay.
It has everything to do with an unfortunate thing.
And finally, before you go, Mr. Boateng, is it possible that we'll be seeing less of these power interruptions if we probably have up-to-date equipment?
Yes, I can assure you that going forward, we see more reliability. Immediately, we complete a lot of these small projects within the communities that have to do with the distribution network. I'm certain that you see more reliability than what we are experiencing now.
Thank you very much for your time this morning. William Boateng is the PRO of the Electricity Company of Ghana, speaking to us and giving us some updates on that nationwide power outage that occurred last night. You're watching Joy News Desk with me, Benis Abubaid. We'll take a quick break now. More stories after.